nakita po natin yung nagtanong yung mga senator judges kanina, and I would like to ask itong our resource persons kasi sinabi po na ni Senator Ginggona na dito sa dollar account, although meron nga tayong nitong FCDA law, however, nalaman na meron nga siyang dollar account dahil pinatakpan remember when tumestigo ang presidente ng PS Bank para ipresenta yung dokumento, pinatakpan yung part na may mga dollar account, no? So, which tells us that there really is a dollar account. Ngayon, hindi naka-indicate sa SALN yun. Pag ganun ba kahit na dollar account and there's a bank secrecy law, you still need to declare it in your SALN?
Of course, no? Kasi ang SALN ay isang ng makinarya ng checks and balances ng ginawa ng ating konstitusyon, At dapat talaga i-divulge mo ito dito sa iyong SALN. Remember na sa huling-huling pahina, sa pinakababa ng SALN, nakalagay doon na you are swearing under oath na lahat doon nakalagay, lahat ng ito ay ari-arian mo, dapat ilagay mo ito. Hindi naman na wanton na pagda-divulge ito ng ari-arian mo, kung hindi gusto mo lang sabihin sa mga pinagsisilbihan mo na hindi ako kukuha ng pera sa gobyernong ito, bagkus talagang mayroon na akong sariling yaman. So, yun ang nakapagtataka, yung sinasabi nga kanina ni Sir na prima facie na yun na totoong nag-e-exist ang dollar accounts. Ang gusto na lang nila sigurong malaman kung magkano. Pero, alam mo, kahit siguro hindi na natin alamin kung magkano ito, the mere fact na wala siya sa SALN, dapat sagutin siguro ng depensa.
And this follow-up ko lang, does that mean, kasi sabi ni Cuevas, there is no ground for administrative case dahil maaring nagkamali lamang siya at hindi na isama yon?
Alam mo, matter of defense nila ito, They have the prerogative na gawin nilang defense ito na maaring nagkamali. Normal yan, pero kagaya ng mga napagdiskusyonan pa natin nung una, parang mahirap rin paniwalaan kasi na nakalimutan mo ang isang bagay na medyo malaki ang value para sa'yo. Pero yun nga, paulit-ulit pa rin natin sinasabi, tignan natin kung paano nila didepensahan itong bagay na ito na hindi na ilagay sa SALN ang dollar account.
Halimbawa, buuhin natin yung scenario, may mga nagtatanong sa atin na normally ang SALN ay dinideclare sa simula ng taon. Tapos sabihin natin na binuksan ni Chief Justice ang dollar account at the middle of the year o padulo ng 2011. Is it valid na or okay lang ba ito na hindi niya ilagay, hindi nalagay sa SALN and declare it the following year na lang?
Dapat talaga i-declare ito the following year kasi ang nakalagay dun sa SALN, dun sa ibabaw, if I remember it correctly, yung taas na taas niya nakalagay dun na as of December blank of the previous year. Dapat i-declare mo talaga ito, hindi ko lang malaman ba't hindi rin na-declare the following year. That we have to hear siguro in the coming days.
Sinabi ni Senator Lacson, he quoted dito sa Constitution na Article 11, Section 17, na dapat totoo, tapat at eksakto yung pagdeklara ng SALN. Attorney Barbo, does this, para bang nag-insinuate siya na meron siyang sinasabi dito about ditong pagdedeklara ni hindi ito ginawa ni CJ Corona sa kanyang SALN?
Correct. Tama dyan si Senator Judge Lacson. Kasi ang complaint ay nagsasabi na hindi nag-declare o yung din-declare ay in-undervalue or misdeclaration. Ngayon, ang tanong mo kanina, Nikki, kung pati ba isasama yung dollar sa SALN. Remember, it's your net worth. How much are you worth? Pwede bang sabihin, tika muna, marami akong peso, pero ito lang ang ko. I-declara, yung iba, I will transform it into dollar account. Yun ang ikukuha ko, i-deposito. I will be covered by the bank secrecy law. You are not truthful, but the Chief Justice has already admitted he has dollar accounts. And in due time, mukhang overused na yung kuha na yun. Minsan nagtatanong na nga sa akin ng driver ko, sir, ano bang spelling ng Joe? J-O-E ba? In due time, ay ipapakita niya at sasabihin niya kung magkano. So, perhaps we should wait for that brave statement na ipapakita niya. Kasi nasabi niya lahat nitong mga sinasabi sa akin laban sa akin, I think it was in the Supreme Court. It was
Nung nag-rally
a very
siya. Yeah.
brave statement. Lahat nitong mga sinasabi ng aking kalaban ay aking sasagutin ng buong tapang at talino. Minimorya ko yung dalawang yun, ng buong tapang at talino. So, I think he should be brave enough. Kagaya nga ng kanina may nagsasabi, bakit pa pinatatagal ito? Siguro kung ang sinala na nila dyan ay si Chief Justice Corona, di na-abbreviate na natin itong proceedings. After all he has to prove is hindi siya nag-misdeclare or siya ay nag-declare o kaya siya lang ay na-late lang ako, nakalimutan ko, inadvertence, patawarin niyo ako at so far ito naman ang tunay kong salin.
Attorney Barbo, may karanasan po kayo sa LGU bilang gobernador at sa Senado, no, sa Secretariat ng Senado during the last impeachment of President Estrada. At napag-usapan dito yung SOP on allowances. At sabi nga ng testigo kanina ni Ginang Bayuga na hindi pang sarili ang allowances. Kaya naman pumasok ang prosecution na sabi nila, dapat hindi ito savings, hindi ito ganito, hindi ito ganyan. Pwede po bang explica yung konsepto ng allowance? At bakit ito, anong nilalaro niya dito sa functions ng isang Chief Justice or public official?
Halimbawa yung RATA. RA meaning representation allowance. TA, transportation allowance. Kung ikaw ay merong ka ng sasakyan, at naturally merong kang driver, hindi ka na dapat bigyan ng transportation allowance. Yun ang pagkaintindi ko doon sa mga experience ko. Pero kung halimbawa, yung representation mo ay ibinibigay sa yan, ano ang gamit ng representation allowance niyan? Meron mga pagkakataon na biglang darating yung mga bisita mo at ilalabas mo. Ang trabaho ng isang governor, for example, ay hindi naman kailangan palagi nasa.
Okay, balikan ho namin kayo. Balik na tayo sa Senado at magsisimula na muli ang
Call your witness.
Your Honor, please, we are calling Ms. Eileen Guevara
Swear
as
the,
our next witness, Your Honor.
swear the witness.
Madam Witness, please raise your hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this impeachment proceeding? So help you God.
May we request, Your Honor, that Attorney Joel Budigon of the defense panel be recognized and allowed to conduct the direct examination of the witness.
Attorney Joel Bodigon has the floor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We present this witness for the purpose of, she will testify, Your Honor, on her employment with the Senate Electoral Tribunal, the composition and function of the tribunal, the membership of respondent Chief Justice Renato Corona in the tribunal, and the allowances and paradigms that he received during the period that he was a member of the tribunal.
I think the composition of the Electoral Tribunal being a part of this Senate is within its judicial notice. So just establish the membership of the Chief Justice in that tribunal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Ms. Guevara, can you kindly state your name and other personal circumstances?
I'm Attorney Irene R. Guevara of Legal Age and a resident of Angon, Rizal. I am presently employed with the Senate Electoral Tribunal as Secretary of the Tribunal.
Thank you. May I, with the permission of the Honorable Court,
Yes, please, go ahead.
you stated that you're an attorney. When did you become a lawyer?
In 1981,
From what school did you obtain your
from the
law degree?
Ateneo de Manila University,
And when did you pass the bar?
I took the 1981 bar examinations
And
passed it.
you passed it?
Yes.
Did you place in the top 10?
Luckily, I did. I was number 1 in the 1981 bar examinations. Thank you.
After you topped the bar examination in 1981, what employment did you obtain?
I work as a staff member of the office of then Associate Justice Vinicio Isculin, who was then my professor, at the Ateneo. And after the 1986 revolution, I was taken in by Chief Justice then Associate Justice Marcelo B. Fernan, and I continued in his office when he became Chief Justice, and after he ran for the Vice Presidency, I transferred to the office of Chief Justice Andres Narvasa. And after that, I was appointed Deputy Assistant Chief Attorney of the Supreme Court until I transferred to the Senate Electoral Tribunal in 1995.
And your having transferred to the Senate Electoral Tribunal has been continuously until the present?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is your present position with the tribunal?
I am the Secretary of the Tribunal.
Since when have you been Secretary of the
Since
Tribunal?
September 19, 1995,
Until the present.
until the present time.
As Secretary of the Tribunal, would you kindly inform the Honorable Court what your duties are?
As Secretary of the Tribunal, I am the head of the Secretariat. I oversee the day-to-day operation of the different services in the Secretariat. I also exercise general supervision over the services, the offices, and I keep records of the proceedings of the tribunal. My functions are akin to the clerk of court of a regular court of justice because you are a quasi-judicial office.
Thank you. Now, in the course of the performance of your duties as Secretary of the Tribunal, did you come to know the respondent, Chief Justice Renato C. Corona?
Yes, Your Honor. He became member of the Senate Electoral Tribunal, and he was also my professor in the Ateneo Law School.
How was he as a professor of law?
Is that relevant?
If you care to answer.
I rather not, if I will be excused.
Anyway, thank you. You were
By the way, what courses did you take under the Chief Justice?
Only one subject. This is private international law.
Oh.
In the fourth year.
Conflicts of law.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Senate President.
Okay. Would you kindly inform the Honorable Court the allowances and paradigms that the members of the tribunal receive?
Yes. As a member of the tribunal, one receives a monthly, may I just read from I actually wrote it down because, these are figures, and as lawyers would say, we're not really good at figures. So they have a monthly expense allowance or a per dime in the amount of 20,000 per month, extraordinary and miscellaneous expense in the amount of 19,166 pesos and 67 centavos a month, and additional allowable expenses of 82,000 per month, or a total of 121,166 pesos and 67 centavos monthly.
Per member of the tribunal.
Yes, Your Honor.
How many members are there?
There are 9 members,
6 senators and
3 justices,
3 justices.
of the Supreme Court.
You mentioned, may I continue, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
You mentioned that Chief Justice, the respondent, Chief Justice Renato C. Corona, became part of the tribunal.
Yes,
What
sir.
positions did he occupy?
He was a designated member of the tribunal.
During what period was this?
This was from